Listen to this one, Captain Suhail. A rising leader from the desert who will be a shepherd of people. Who do you think that could be?
Ah, easy. That must be that camel merchant we met last week. He shepherds camels through the desert all the time.
Yes, of course. He definitely knows his way around the desert. Good thinking, Captain. Here's another one. And he will split the moon in two. Do you think our camel merchant friend can do that?
Split the moon. Zaki, it has to be someone stronger. Perhaps it's that blacksmith who splits metal with ease.
Oh, brilliant! He splits metal all day long. Splitting the moon wouldn't be too different, right? You're absolutely right, Captain. And look at this prophecy. He will be a mercy to all of creation. Who fits this one, Captain?
Mercy. Mercy. Oh, I've got it. The baker. He says mercy, mercy all day long.
You are absolutely right, Captain. Why didn't I think of that? It's settled then.
Indeed, young feathers. We've cracked the mystery wide open.
Absolutely. We make such a great team. So what did we crack?
The prophecy refers to that camel man.
But you said blacksmith.
Now, my dear man, why must ye bring skin color in?
No, that's not what I'm saying. And what about the baker?
Well, he's French or Persian, you know. Merci, merci.
Oh, brother, these prophecies are supposed to be about one person, not three different people.
Well said, this is true. Come, Zaki, I see there be one last prophecy. Read it.
Warning! Do not attempt to split objects without proper supervision. Severe injury may occur. Captain, this prophecy sounds awfully dangerous.
Keep away from open flames and sharp edges. Clearly this prophecy warns of fiery battles and fierce warriors.
Caution! May cause dizziness or confusion. Seek immediate help if symptoms persist. Oh no, Captain. This prophecy just gets scarier.
Failure to follow these instructions could result in total catastrophe.
Catastrophe? Captain?
Total catastrophe, young feathers. We might be doomed.
Wait a minute. This isn't a prophecy at all. It's a warning label for a wood-splitting axe.
Aye, this be a bit embarrassing. Perhaps we should stick to storytelling and leave prophecy hunting to the real experts, eh?
Oh, feathers, what a fiasco. Let's pretend this never happened, Captain.
Thank Allah, no one is listening.
Mirage Digital presents The Amazing Stories with Zaki the Hoopoe. Episode 21, The Promise of the Last Messenger. Salam, my brilliant friends. It's me, Zaki, your feathered storyteller, here with another adventure. Now, before we dive in, let me tell you about something super interesting. Prophecies. A prophecy is like a message from Allah, sent through His prophets, telling people about something that will happen in the future. It's kind of like a promise, but one filled with wisdom and guidance.
Ahoy, Zaki. So, you're saying these prophets could predict the future?
Well, Captain, it's not quite like checking the weather before a voyage. These weren't just guesses. They were divine messages from Allah. And you know, prophecy and prophet sound really similar, don't they? When I was younger, I got them mixed up all the time. I once called Prophet Sulaiman Prophecy Sulaiman. Oh, you should have seen the other birds laughing at me. Can you imagine?
I can. I would have a grand old time. But tell me, Zaki, were these prophecies always true?
Absolutely, Captain. Prophecies were sent to give people hope and prepare them for what's to come. And do you know what the most special prophecy of all was? It was the promise of the last messenger, someone who would guide everyone, everywhere. Let's explore how this amazing promise unfolded, starting from the very beginning. Our first stop is with Prophet Adam, the very first human and the very first prophet. After Adam and Hawa came to earth, Allah gave them a very important promise. he would send messengers to guide their children. Adam shared this promise with his family, telling them that no matter how lost people might feel, messengers would always bring guidance to show the right path.
So, Adam was the first one to hear this great promise, eh? Sounds like he was setting up the map for the whole journey ahead. A good captain always sets the course.
Exactly. Can you imagine being the first person ever to receive such a promise? It was like planting the first seed of hope for the entire world. Next, we fly to Prophet News time. Nu tried so hard to guide his people, but most of them didn't listen. Even after the Great Flood, Allah reminded Nu and his followers that his promise hadn't changed. He would continue to send messengers to guide humanity.
Noah and his famous ark. I tell ya, a fine ship is a sailor's best friend. I wonder if he had a crew as loyal as mine.
Well, Captain, I don't think Nu's people were as reliable as a well-trained crew. Most of them ignored him. And then came Prophet Ibrahim, one of the most beloved prophets of all time. Do you remember the Kaaba he built with his son Ismail? It wasn't just a place of worship, it was a symbol of hope. Ibrahim prayed for a future messenger who would guide people with wisdom, teach them kindness, and purify their hearts. Now let's talk about Prophet Musa. Musa was amazing. He led his people to freedom and taught them about Allah. But did you know he also told them to look out for a prophet like himself? Someone who would guide people with strength and compassion?
A leader like Musa, that's no small prophecy. He was a man of action, wasn't he? I admire a strong leader who keeps his crew on course.
Absolutely, Captain. And then came Prophet Isa. One of the greatest prophets of all time. Isa was kind, wise, and full of miracles. He healed the sick, gave sight to the blind, and even brought people back to life by Allah's will. Some people call him Jesus, and trust me, we haven't even scratched the surface of all of his incredible stories. But don't worry, we'll tell you all about him another time. Hey, did I just make a prophecy?
Oh ho! Looks like we got a little prophet bird here. I better start writing these down in my captain's log.
So what do all these prophecies point to? From Adam to Nuh, Ibrahim to Musa, and finally Isa, they all spoke of one person, someone who would guide not just one group of people, but all of humanity. Someone who would bring mercy, wisdom, and the final message. Can you guess who it is?
I love guessing games. A great sailor, no? Fine, I give up. Tell me already.
So you see, my friends, this wasn't just a story about one prophet. It was a story of promises kept and guidance sent by Allah, all leading to the arrival of the last messenger, Prophet Muhammad. Peace and blessings be upon him. He was the prophet all these prophecies were talking about. It was his job to complete Allah's message for the world. And guess what? His teachings continue to guide us today. But don't flap your wings too fast. We won't be getting into all the amazing stories of Prophet Muhammad just yet. Those are tales for another day. And believe me, there's so much to tell. From his childhood to his incredible journey of spreading Allah's message, his stories are one of the most beautiful you'll ever hear. But for now, I'll leave you wondering, because we've only just opened the door to his incredible life. And speaking of opening doors, you won't want to miss our next story. In the next adventure, we'll travel back to the year of the elephant, where something extraordinary happened. There were elephants, a fierce king, and... I'm saying too much already. You'll have to come back and find out.
A fine journey through history, Zaki, and not a single storm in sight. Well, maybe a few, but that just made it more exciting.
Until next time, my friends, stay curious, stay kind, and keep your hearts open to learning. Salam, and see you soon. This story was produced by Mirage Digital. Narration by Wayne Holland. Episode written, edited, and directed by Syed Kashef and Atef Hussein. For more content by Mirage Digital, please visit our site at www.mirage.digital.
Content copyright and production copyright 2025 by Mirage Digital.